Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to do a two-part mold on the brains that I've made. So first we're going to make a dividing wall between the top part and the bottom part. And for the material that we're going to mold it in is going to be the A1 from Neill's material. It's like this non-toxic resin material. So it is with 1 part of liquid, 2 parts of powder. So I've done my liquid in there. I'm doing 1 part of the powder first, and then with my drill giving that a good mix just so I don't have any lumps in there. Then I'm going to do the second batch of powder in there. So in total I've made like 750 grams. Give that a good mix just to make sure we don't have any lumps. And then I'm going to add in the A1 thicks. So that one will kind of thicken up the mixture. We don't want to have it too runny, but also not too thick because we still want to capture all the details. So I'm just brushing this onto the top part of the brains, and then I realized that I forgot my release agent. So I'm just brushing on some Vaseline. And then we're just applying a nice thick layer of that, and then we're going to do the fibers on there, the glass fibers, just so it's a nice and strong mold so it doesn't break. And I did about like 3 layers of that. Then once that's cured, we're going to flip it over, and then you can see the bottom part. I'm removing the dividing wall there and just cleaning off all of that monster clay. Now for the little bits there, I'm just using some lighter fluid and a cotton bud, and we're just making sure that where my seam line will be, that is nice and clean. Putting my pouring tube in there, and then again a nice layer of Vaseline, and we're gonna start on the bottom part. So again, a very thin layer first, and then we're building up that volume just to make sure it's completely covered, and again with the glass fibers on top of that. So we're going to take the tube out, and then we're just sanding it down just because it's slightly sharp. So I just want to make sure I don't cut myself in the process of like working with it. Then I'm going to use my drill, and I'm going to just make some holes for my screws to go in. And it's, to be fair, it's such a nice material because it's actually so strong. Now we're going to have to open it. So the best thing is get a screwdriver and kind of making sure you get in between the lines there. I'm doing it slowly and just putting some pressure on all of the areas, and then it popped up nicely. Here we go. So all of my clay is still stuck in there, probably because I didn't put enough release agent on there, but it opened up, and such a nice material. So if you want to see part 2, follow along.